Dale digs down under. I'm digging down under me shed. Alright guys, it's time to hide this bloody bunker properly, eh? I've got to get rid of this little lip that goes around the original entry hole. Got to try and cover up this bloody plastic. I've had to cut all these little bits out where dirt's got in underneath. I've got a bit that's sunken down here. Got to fix that up. And we've got to lay out a whole new piece of plastic, get it up underneath this wall here. So as the rain comes down the wall, goes onto the plastic, and then buggers off over that way. Got heaps to do. Let's get into it. I would have thought I'd be a lot further along by now. You never know how long something's going to take until you start doing it. Well, that looks like we've got all the screws out now. Pop all these aluminium strips out. Last bit to get rid of. And that's all the stuff gone off the lid. Pop this carabiner off, and then I can unscrew this eyelet. There goes that one. Now I got to go around the perimeter and take out all the screws around here. Get rid of these last bits of aluminium. I've gone ahead and cut out all of the raised up bits that I hooked with the shovel while I was getting rid of the dirt. I found that these raised up bits actually had dirt that was stuck underneath them, so it must have washed through over time. There's a bit of a low point there, so I'm going to duck down and see if I can actually jack that bit of board up from underneath and prop it with something. And that way I can take that low point out, I won't have any more dirt settling there, and I can make the water flow across this thing really nicely. So we'll jump down and go and see if we can fix that up. So just before we duck down there, I've put a header in here, just made of a bit of stud wall type framing. And then I've added a bit of plate that goes across the top of it and put the eye bolt through the plate there. So that way it spreads the load through that metal plate across the timber. It's not just relying on that piece of timber to actually hold it all. Another little job that I got to do is get a bit of right angle here and dynabolt into the concrete there and on the other side and pin that back. Also had another guy comment about all the leverage force that's on this timber, pushing it outwards as my lift comes up. So I was thinking what I could do is run a few bits of threaded rod from the front all the way to the back and sandwich those together with a bit of threaded rod all the way down, probably every 400 or 500, and that way I'm actually levering on the back and the front at the same time and combining those two. I think that there will actually help brace it up a bit more. And the other little plan that I have is to put a wheel on the bottom on the outside of it so it locks it against that frame. So as the top's trying to lever away, the bottom's pushing it in. We'll see if that actually cantilevers itself off of the cantilevering. We'll bring him up. Oh, power should be on down there. The bloody button didn't work. Oh, we'll climb down and go and see what's happened. So it turns out it wasn't anything too serious. I just had managed to pull the cord out of the plug there. She's just hung around here at the moment. It definitely needs to be fixed up. And I've got the cords just dangling in below there. I've lost my bloody light in here too because the rain got in and filled my light up with water. I switched him on and poof, she's dead. So we'll jump back up the top and have a quick look at this before we get stuck into the things we got to do downstairs. Oh, it's a bit of a mission to climb out of here. Hello, Mr. Brown. How you doing, Charlie? Say g'day. Yeah. He just loves hanging out with us. Alright, here we go. Up she comes. When it reaches the top, that little stopper there stops it from going too far. Just shuts it down. I can drop the flap. The flap will stop any dirt as I drag the buckets off from coming over and falling into that winch and stuff like that. And then when I press the down button, it just folds itself up and goes down. That clicking sound is coming from in here. I ordered a couple of new switches. They've arrived and I've got to pull this apart and put a new switch in this thing. Well, we'll go back down and see if we can complete that original task and get that bloody roof propped up. I think it's going to be a bit of a hard one to try and jack up that little bit of a sag spot there. What I might be able to do, I might be able to undo that screw up there, undo that one there, get a bottle jack down here and jack that bit of the roof up there and then lock it back up again. But I think that's about all I can see that would actually help that, because the sag seems to be right here in the middle where this bit of board is already. I'll give that a crack and we'll see how that goes, eh? So one of my followers, Andrew 1400, he mentioned about the cantilevering force that's on these bits of timber. And yeah, mate, I can definitely see it. When I've got 50 kilos, 60 kilos worth of dirt sitting on there, plus all the leverage of that hanging out, she's definitely peeling away on those bits of wood. But it hasn't failed yet. Oh, I don't doubt that it would fail in the future. So we're definitely going to be doing some mods like I was talking about. I'll show you what it's like when we lift these up. It doesn't seem to be too bad at the moment, but it definitely is pulling this away too. One good thing though is if it sits within this board, I know it's going to clear everything as it comes up. So that's a bloody good deal. Thanks Joseph for your support, mate. Here's your bucket there. I've got to put the one back on there. Bloody rubbed off. Alright, let's get this stuff up and out. She works really well for sending gear down the hole too. There's no real worries about it swinging and catching and doing all the things my old lifter used to do. That bloody switch makes the lift sound like it's about to fall apart. Probably is. So what I've just noticed here, guys, is there's about a 10-15 mil gap just between there and that bit of timber. You can see it a bit more on that side. There's a gap there. It's like the plyboard's lifted up, but I don't know how it would have done that. Or this is all sunk down. Probably done that. So I've disconnected the screws from here, there, and up there. And that should allow me to hopefully raise this bit of roof up. She's touching over here, which is good. So it's just this middle bit which looks like it's sagged. And I'd say that's allowed that board to just sag down in the guts too. So by pushing that up, I should actually get the result that I'm looking for up top. The only way to tell is to give it a shot and see if it works. After climbing up top and having a look, this seems to have done the trick by lifting that up. I just put the bottle jack down there underneath two bits of wood that I joined together. Push this upwards. Now I'll lock up these screws. It should stay where I've got it. I need two hands for this one. Wind it home. Reach through here. Now I've just got to set this bit of a cleat up. Just got to jam a few screws in this cleat. Get them started down here. Geez, my measurements weren't right. Oh no, yeah they were right. Look at that. Bit of friendly persuasion. There we are. Bloody beautiful. Always put it in second gear when I'm normally driving it in. Then to get some good tension, put her in first gear. Really get it home. That worked well. So that there should have snugged those two top bits of form ply together and made them sit nice and flush. This has raised it up. Shouldn't have any more water coming in through that point once I put this new plastic up top in. Throw these tools on there, send them back up. Go back up the top there, and put this plastic on. That's definitely looking the part there now. Alright, time to roll out this plastic and peel those wall sheets off a little bit. Tuck it up underneath there. There we go, guys. I've got it all re-plasticed in. I tucked that plastic there, 50mm up underneath those wall sheets. I've screwed all the wall sheets back in place. I've chucked a bit of dirt around here just to stop the wind from blowing this plastic up as it comes through. Now it's time to get this pile of dirt back on top of here. Once I do that, I can lay the rest of this plastic out, cover it over. This pipe here was the original line that I used to pump all the water out through. I've just yanked it out of the ground because it was buried underneath the plastic, and then it tucks in underneath the form ply just there. So that means I can jump down inside and actually drag that bit of pipe through and get rid of that from downstairs. That's going to make things look a little bit neater. Anything that would make that look neater down there, trust me. There it is, poking through the side just up there. Oh, she's wedged between a bit of board down here too. There she comes. Well, that's disconnected. Didn't end up breaking the phone, so that's good. Now I can unravel all of that bit up there and take that away. I can actually use it for something now too, instead of just having it stuck down the hole. I had a feeling I was going to come a gutser off that ladder pulling that, but I kept going anyway, didn't I? Well, getting rid of that pipe there is a big bloody bonus, because now I don't have this rise that used to be there. So when the water comes along, hopefully, it's going to drop down into there and continue off around the corner. It could be another little bonus that we've achieved there, guys, just in getting rid of that bit of pipe, cleaned up downstairs, and allowed a bit better water flow. So, we've had a huge win here today, guys. We've got all of this covered up. You're going to have to get in underneath and brace that original flap up properly, just so it doesn't cave in the future. But I ran all the plastic all the way around and down the side here. I've got a bit of a channel that I filled up with drainage gravel, and it runs all the way along, so as the rainwater runs off those sheets and stuff, that'll help the water flow away and actually get it out and around this corner down here and get it to run off down the side of the shed. Now I've got the plastic sorted in there, it'll actually help to stop any of the bloody bees and stuff like that from wanting to fly in there. No more light's going to come out from down in underneath, so it should be perfect. Charlie's having a great time with his bone here, as you can see. Trashing the place. I think she looks quite good, guys. I'm going to go and get the hose and give everything a hose down, and that way it's got overnight to dry out. I'll come in here tomorrow, I'll put that bit of dirt in place down there, give all of this another quick dust over with a bit more topsoil. Should be really good. Charlie! No zoomies here. Look what you bloody just did, you nutcase. No. Making a mess, idiot. Well, that's got this bit done. Remember, small knocks break bloody big rocks. See you soon. You're a nut job, Charlie. Well, guys, I'm very proud to say that I've had a little bit of a win with putting the new plastic down up top there. I've sealed in all of the areas where I used to let light in and have the bees and stuff come in. It's sealed up all of the gaps that are above this old hatch area. I need to put some timber in to support this, make sure it doesn't doesn't fall in when I'm walking over it up the top there, because that is a little bit dicey. But I've just had the hose running up there. I've had it going for ages, and I've literally just had this one little tiny drop come in, and that's it. So I'm really stoked with that. That'll stop a lot of that water ingress and everything dripping on my head while I'm trying to work down here during those rainy times. Huh? Bloody hell, there's a win.